In the sun-drenched paradise of Bali, where turquoise waves lapped at powdery white sands and the air hummed with the promise of forever, Shen and Dylan Wang had slipped away for what fans dubbed the honeymoon of the century. It was September 2025, mere weeks after their surprise wedding in a secluded Shanghai villa that sent the C-drama world into a frenzy. The couple, forever etched in hearts as the fiery Dao Mingxi and Dong Shankai from the 2018 Meteor Garden reboot, had finally made their on-screen fairy tale real. Paparazzi snapped photos of them hand-in-hand at Uluwatu Temple, her laughter bubbling like champagne as he whispered something that made her cheeks flush, had dominated Weibo feeds. "They're living our dreams," one fan tweeted, her post racking up thousands of likes before vanishing into the digital ether of speculation. But paradise, as it often does in the lives of stars, turned treacherous in an instant. It was the fourth night of their escape, under a canopy of stars that seemed to wink conspiratorially at their bliss. Shen, radiant in a flowing sundress that caught the breeze like a sail, had just returned from a solo spa session, her way of stealing a moment to reflect on the whirlwind that had swept her from script readings to I do. Dylan, ever the protective force, had insisted on staying back at their overwater villa to guard the fort, as he teasingly put it, though insiders whisper he was battling a nagging headache all day. Dehydration from the tropical heat, perhaps, or the jet lag that clings like humidity. Whatever the seed, it bloomed into chaos just as she pushed open the bamboo door. What happened next unfolded like a scene from one of their tear-jerking dramas, only this time, there were no retakes. Shen found Dylan sprawled on the teak floor. His phone slipped from his hand mid-text, likely to his manager about rescheduling a promo shoot. His face, usually chiseled with that signature brooding intensity, was ashen, sweat beading on his forehead despite the villa's gentle fans. "Hetty," she called out softly at first, her voice a mix of confusion and playfulness, expecting him to pop up with that grin that melted millions. But he didn't. Instead, a low groan escaped him, and his hand twitched toward his chest. Panic hit her like a rogue wave. "Hetty! Oh God, Hetty, talk to me." Her screams echoed across the lagoon, drawing the resort staff in a blur of flip-flops and frantic radio calls. Imagine you're there, reader, heart pounding in sync with hers, the scent of frangipani turning cloying as you kneel beside the man who's captured global imaginations. Would you freeze or fight? Shen fought. Dropping to her knees, she cradled his head, her fingers flying to dial emergency services while barking orders at the concierge who'd burst in. "He's collapsing, chest pain. He can't breathe right." Her voice cracked, the poised actress unraveling into raw terror. Videos leaked later, grainy footage from a guest's phone showing her silhouette against the sunset, Dylan limp in her arms as paramedics swarmed the deck, would go viral, amassing 50 million views in hours. "This can't be happening," she reportedly sobbed to a nurse en route to BMC Hospital in Nusa Dua, her honeymoon gown twisted around her like a shroud. The ambulance ride was a 20-minute eternity, sirens slicing through the island's serenity. Dylan, semi-conscious, gripped her hand with a strength that belied his pallor, murmuring, "Don't worry, just tired." Doctors later confirmed it was acute cardiac arrhythmia, triggered by a cocktail of exhaustion, stress, and an undiagnosed arrhythmia that had lain dormant since his grueling film schedule earlier that year. He pushed too hard, one source close to the couple told entertainment outlet Cena Entertainment. The wedding planning, the fan pressures, it's a miracle it didn't happen sooner. Rushed into the ER under flashing lights, Dylan was stabilized with medication and monitoring, but not before Shen world tilted on its axis. She paced the sterile hallway in bare feet, her phone exploding with notifications from co-stars like Guan Xiaodong and Wu Qian, who flooded her with prayers and offers to fly in. As news broke, first via Indonesian tabloids, then exploding across Chinese social media, the outpouring was seismic. Hashtags like #DylanWangHospital and #ShenYuPanic trended worldwide, blending concern with conspiracy. Was it food poisoning from that beach barbecue? Speculated one Weibo user, while another theorized, stress from hiding the marriage too long. Fandoms can be toxic. Fan accounts dissected every frame of the leaked footage. The way Shen hands trembled as she stroked his hair, echoing their Meteor Garden hospital scene where she nursed him back from fever dreams. "It's like the scriptwriters are trolling us," laughed a Thai fan in a viral TikTok, recreating the moment with props and puppy dog eyes. But beneath the memes lurked genuine fear. Dylan Wang, at 27, was the unbreakable F4 heir, seeing him vulnerable shattered illusions. Back in Beijing, Dylan's family mobilized like a war room. His mother, a quiet force in the shadows of his rise, chartered a private jet, arriving at the hospital by dawn with traditional herbal remedies tucked in her carry-on. Shen, hollow-eyed but unyielding, refused to leave his side. "He's my everything," she whispered to a reporter camped outside, her first public words since the wedding. "We vowed in sickness and health. I'm not breaking that now." Photos of her emerging for coffee, still in yesterday's clothes, sparked a wave of support. Brands like Dior sent care packages and a GoFundMe for medical costs, though unnecessary, raised $200,000 in a day from global dish and shippers, those diehard believers in their real-life romance. What do you think fueled this collapse, dear reader? The relentless spotlight of stardom, where every vacation is a photo shoot and every smile a contract clause? Or something deeper, like the unspoken pressures of blending two worlds, hers bubbly and grounded, his intense and ambitious? In Insiders hint at both. Their honeymoon, meant as respite, had been peppered with subtle intrusions, drones buzzing overhead, fans staking out the resort's perimeter. They tried to unplug, says a friend who joined them for dinner one night, but fame follows like a shadow. Dylan, fresh off promoting his action thriller Sword Dynasty 2, had confessed to you over sunset cocktails about the toll, sleepless nights memorizing lines, the ache of missing her during shoots. She, promoting her rom-com My Dear Guardian, had joked, "We're honeymooning to heal, not to hustle." Irony, it seems, has a cruel sense of timing. By morning, updates trickled out like hesitant rain. Dylan was awake, joking weekly about ruining the tan lines and demanding you feed him mango sticky rice from the hospital tray. A joint statement from their agencies, Aichi and Tangren Media, confirmed Wang had experienced a minor health scare due to fatigue, but is now stable and under expert care. Thank you for your love. Privacy during recovery is appreciated. Stable, yes, but the scare lingered. Shen Yu, ever the optimist, turned the room into a makeshift sanctuary. Fairy lights strung from 4 stands, playlists of their old OSTs humming softly. She FaceTimed his sister, laughing through tears as they planned his post-discharge menu. No more skipping meals, Hetty. She scolded in a clip that somehow leaked, her finger wagging like a scene from their show. Fans ate it up, flooding comments with heart emojis and pleas. Rest, kings and queens. Dishin forever. The incident rippled far beyond Bali. In Hollywood, where Dylan eyes a Marvel crossover, agents scrambled to assure producers. He's ironclad. In Seoul, K-drama forums buzzed with parallels to Crash and Burn idols, urging better mental health protocols. And on X, formerly Twitter, the conversation exploded. One user posted a thread analyzing their body language in pre-honeymoon interviews. "Look at you subtle worry lines." She knew he was framed. Another shared fan art of them as superheroes, Dylan clutching his chest while Shen Yu summoned healing winds. If this were a drama, it'd be episode 15's cliffhanger, quipped a Redditor, sparking debates on plot twists. Would they emerge stronger, or would this crack the porcelain of their union? As the sun rose on day 2, Shen Yu stepped out for a breath of air. The hospital garden a riot of bougainvillea against the sea. Reporters swarmed, but she paused, microphone in hand. "Love isn't just the highs," she said, voice steady now. "It's holding on when it hurts. Hetty's a fighter, we both are." Dylan, peeking from his window upstairs, caught her eye and mouthed, "Love you." The moment, captured eternally, reminded the world why they captivated. Not perfection, but persistence. Reader, pause here, what's your take? Have you ever watched a couple's joy turn to jeopardy, only to root harder? In the Dishin saga, this collapse isn't an end, it's a pivot. Whispers of an extended stay in Bali for rehab vacation swirl, with you eyeing a low-key script about resilience. Dylan, bandaged but beaming in a selfie she posted, caption, "Back to us 2 hearts," vows to slow down. "No more heroics off-screen," he messaged a co-star. As they heal, hand in hand, one truth shines. In the glare of fame, their bond is the real blockbuster. But let's dive deeper, because who among us doesn't crave the unfiltered aftershocks? Hours after the ambulance wail faded, Shen Yu's phone became a lifeline to normalcy. She scrolled through fan messages, each one a bomb. "Yeah, yours guardian angel. Take care of you too." One viral edit mashed their hospital scare with Meteor Garden's iconic rain-soaked reunion, set to "I will always love you." It hit 10 million views, with comments like, "Plot twist, real life, fiction." Yet, not all was light. Trolls surfaced, peddling rumors of honeymoon hexes or rival sabotage, forcing agencies to issue cease and desists. Ignore the noise. You texted a friend, attaching a photo of Dylan's doodle, a cartoon heart with "Get well, dummy" scrawled inside. Reflect on this. In an era where celebrities' every gasp is live-tweeted, does vulnerability humanize or exploit? Dylan, pre-collapse, had been vocal about mental health in a Vogue China interview, admitting, "The mask slips sometimes, you're not always the king." Now, that candor feels prophetic. Post-hospital, expect a wave of advocacy, perhaps addition documentaries on recovery or charity runs for performer wellness. Fans, already petitioning for a Meteor Garden sequel, petition at 2 million signatures, now add writers. Prioritize health. As Bali's healers weave their magic, yoga on the beach, acupuncture under palms, the couple rebuilds. Shen Yu, sketching wedding vow renewals in her journal, dreams aloud. Next time, no phones, just us. Dylan nods, his recovery a quiet rebellion against the grind. Their story, from panic to peace, invites us all to ask, in your own life, when has a fall led to flight? Share below, because in the interactive tapestry of fandom, your voice is the next thread. And just like that, from collapse to comeback, Shen Yu and Dylan Wang remind us, love rushes in, even to the ER doors.